Yo, what's good with it, y'all? It's your boy Lamborghini Preem back once again talking this boxing shit. You know how I give it up. And the topic of this video is an upcoming fight that surprised me when I saw it. I was over on Boxing Scene just, looking at the new articles and shit. And I fucked around and seen this shit. I was like, God damn. But it's the upcoming fight between my man Hammerin Hank Lundy. I love Hank Lundy, man. I like Hank Lundy, man. He a G, man. I like his style, man. I like his style a lot. But I also like his opponent. And I was just fucking shocked to see that this guy's still fighting. It's my man DeMarcus Chop Corley. One of Floyd's hardest fights. One of the realest niggas in the game, man. One of the best dressed in the game, too. Shout out to them suits, man. You be freaking them double Windsor knots on them ties, G. I like that shit, man. That's some G shit, man. I like that shit. But, yeah, man. Hammerin Hank Lundy is a guy who reminds me a lot of Adrian Broner, except he didn't necessarily have the same kind of, support behind him. But he got a very similar style. And the only thing with Hank Lundy is, after a while in fights, he seemed to kind of get bored and then get caught with the shit he shouldn't be getting caught with, man. Hank Lundy is a very defensively sound fighter, man. His shoulder roll game is second to none. Well, I won't say that. Let me stop that. Let me cut that out. It's not that his shoulder roll game is second to none. God damn, man. You could tell I just smoked. But, yeah, it's not that his shoulder roll game is second to none. It's just that he's a really good defensive fighter. He's a real good counter puncher. And he does a lot of things that I like to see in the ring. You know what I'm saying? I love fighters who are defensive yet offensive as well. You know what I'm saying? Equal parts. You know what I mean? Not just somebody who go in there and try to block and make you miss all day and don't throw nothing back. Hammerin Hank is that kind of guy, and he's real scrappy. Once he get hit, he go to war. You know what I'm saying? As shown in the Terrence Crawford fight. Might not have been the smartest thing to do against a guy like Crawford, but, you got to respect him and commend him for doing it. You know what I'm saying? You also know him for sparring with Sean Porter. He done had some losses in his career that maybe he shouldn't have, like the John Molina fight. That shit still breaks my heart every time I watch that shit, man. You should have won that fight, dog, but it is what it is. Shit happens. You get caught with something good. This is professional boxing. It could change the whole fight, and it did. But for this fight, I expect Hammerin Hank Lundy to look good. I expect him to shine, and I expect him to win the fight. And I'll tell you why. My man Chop Corley is a game fighter. He's a game opponent. He's a high-level opponent. He was, at one point, a very high-level opponent, former world champion. But at this point, man, he way past his prime, man. Way past his prime. Chop, at this point, I just can't see him beating Hammerin Hank. I just can't, man. Chop he has power. You know what I'm saying? He got a decent amount of power. His defense is decent. Everything, like, he really was a lot better back in the day. But right now, all that shit, I just can't see him beating Hank, man. I can't see nothing that Chop brings to the table that's going to stop whatever it is that Hank brings to the table. I just can't see it. Hank too young, too sharp, maybe too strong at this point in his career right now for Chop. You know what I mean? And don't get it twisted, man. Chop's still on a decent level, man. He not a bum or a scrub or nothing like that. But his best days are definitely behind him rather. And because of that, it's going to be hard for him to keep up with a guy like Lundy. Lundy got more win. He's just younger. That's just, Father Time is undefeated. And that's just the way I see this shit going, man. I can't really see nothing else. You know what I don't see, though? I don't see Hammerin Hank knocking out my man Chop, though. I don't see that. I see this shit definitely going to the cards. I'm not sure if it's a 10 or a 12 rounder. It's probably 10, but it could be 12. You never know. If it's 12, definitely. It don't even really matter. It's going to be the same result. If it's a 10 rounder, I give it maybe Chop probably win 2 or 3 rounds. And it'll be a 7-3 victory for Hammerin Hank if it's 10 rounds. If it's 12 rounds, I'm going to give it shit, 9-3 to my man Hammerin Hank. I just feel like he can pile up a lot of points early and really, really shut out Chop Chop. You know what I mean? I don't think he got it. Well, it's not that he got it, but I don't think Chop Chop is the kind of guy you can knock out. You know what I'm saying? He's just a very tough guy. Very tough. So, I don't really, with that being said, man, I can't see my man Corley really winning this fight at all, man. No way, shape, or form. And now, don't get it twisted, man. I got big respect for Corley. He's a legend. You know what I mean? I want to make sure I salute him and let the world know that this guy is a legend. He deserves respect on the highest level. But at this point, shit, man. Shit, when did he fight Floyd, man? When was that shit? Like 03, 02, 04 maybe? Like very early 2000s, you know what I mean? It's been over 10, 12 years since then. You know what I mean? And it's just, I think Father Time is going to catch up with Corley and is going to show in this fight. You know what I mean? So that's my prediction. Hammerin Hank by unanimous decision, no matter how long the fight go. And it won't be a knockout in this fight, but it will be a hell of a fight. It'll be a high-level technical fight in the beginning, but then after that, you're going to see my man Hammerin Hank take over. Or it could be Hammerin Hank really outshining him in the beginning, and then you see Corley coming on towards the end. It could go either way. You know what I mean? Yeah. Fight not necessarily hard to predict, but it's it's just I don't see a knockout happening. So, and I see Hammerin Hank winning by a decision. So if you fuck with me, make sure you go ahead and check out my all new album, It's My Turn, the Throne Ascension LP. It's available everywhere music is found. That's my official site, HustleGameBoss.com. Also, iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal. Shout out to Tidal. Always got to give big props to Tidal. You know what I mean? They show a lot of love. I like to make sure I send it right back. And shit, anywhere music is found, you can find my shit. Don't forget, like my page on Facebook. I'm on Instagram at HustleGameBoss. I'm on Twitter. That's also at HustleGameBoss too. Shit, you know my other channel on YouTube, YouTube.com/Supreme General, or just simply search the Supreme General when you enjoying any of these outlets. Oh yeah, shout out to Pandora. They also just put my album up there too. Go on Pandora, add my official station to your list of favorites. You know what I mean? Check out my Twitter, to see when I drop new shit. You know what I mean? It's gonna be I've been cooking up building with my nigga Gus. Really fleshing out some new ideas for my new visuals, and I really want them to be super special, so I'm not finna just put out some regular shit for y'all. I'm going high level as always with it, and I got so many singles off my album that I haven't really pushed like I needed to because of all the deaths in my family and all the extra shit that was going on. So now that things are slowing back down and getting back together, you're gonna start seeing a lot more output from me on that channel too. So shit, go on and fuck with me. If you fuck with that G shit, you fuck with authenticity, you fuck with rap music, you fuck with me. You know what I mean? And I appreciate you. Don't forget, 100. I'm out.